Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am the Channeling Goddess. Today we will be doing a Leo reading and I have already set the intention that this reading will reach those who it is meant to reach. This is for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements for all Leo signs. So we will go ahead and get started. I have already cut the deck. I have already shuffled the cards, so we'll just see what Spirit brings out for us, okay? So let's get started, okay? Okay, we had two that flew out at the same time. So we have Moon, the number 2 card, Soul. And then we have Aries, I Am. This card actually came out for me earlier today in my reading for myself. Ooh, wow. Bottom deck energy is Mercury retrograde reinvention. So I'm going to shuffle some other cards, but I want to start with these first. So this card, the first one, the Moon card, Soul, right? I just heard that something is hidden from you. There is something that is going to be revealed for you, but it's gonna be more soul based than anything. This feels really heavy in a sense. It doesn't necessarily feel bad, it just feels heavy. Like, even if you look at the cards, the graphic in this card is very heavy, right? And there may be a part of you that might try to fight whatever this is, and it may come in this phase of the moon. You may even have seen it coming. Something about this right here makes me feel like you've seen this or you felt this, right? Maybe something has happened where or maybe you've been feeling it for weeks or months and you've been knowing that something is coming toward you, okay? You feel it coming toward you. You don't know if it's good. You don't know if it's bad. The only thing I can give you, it doesn't, like I will say, I'll be honest, it doesn't feel bad. It feels heavy. Which to me can also indicate that maybe whatever this is may be overwhelming. And maybe you didn't think it could happen for you, but it is happening for you. And Spirit is saying that you're prepared for this, right? You've trained for this. You've battled for this, right? You are more than capable of whatever this thing is for you. I want to read this out of the book. Let me see if I can find it. One card. Okay, I won't read the whole thing. I will show it to you. Let's see if you can get it all. My camera, I'm in a different place today, so. Okay, that's the first page. And this is the second page. All right, I'm not going to read it all. Oh, it's a lot. Third page. Let's see, where do we start? Okay. At this time, you may have trouble controlling your emotions, and you may want to do things that are safe. You are very sensitive, and you must gauge any feelings before entering a room or being with people you don't know. You like working alone, but you are also dependent on how others are responding to you now. The arts and helping professions suit you. You would do well working with persons with mental or emotional problems or anyone who needs counseling. It is also a good time to rely upon your imagination and to pay attention to your dreams. Ooh, okay, so that kind of coincides with what I was talking about, right? Maybe you sensed this, maybe you felt it. You could have even dreamed about something happening, and it wasn't quite clear. It also explains the Moon card, right? Whenever I see the Moon card, whether it be in tarot or oracle, it always talks about things that are hidden, right? And I think that maybe this could coincide with this card specifically. And it says, when this card turns up in a reading, all is not as it seems. Yep, moon card, things that are hidden, because something is being obscured. You may feel you have lost your direction, or that you don't have all of the information to go for. Yep, that makes sense. Like whatever this is, you sensed it. You don't quite know what it is. You can't really see it with your eye, right? But you feel it, right? The essence of who you are feels whatever this is, okay? Where I stop. There is much you are sensing. Wow. There's much you are sensing, but you may be hesitant to act. It may look as if it is difficult to cut through the fog to get to the real truth of any situation. Substance abuse issues may touch your life, not you necessarily, but certain energies or persons surrounding you. After growing close to someone, the energy may feel smothering and restrictive. Insecurities may arise, and there may be feelings of paranoia. We love our moon, though. She makes us feel safe, so someone's emotional clinginess may be difficult. After all, the moon tells us to hang on, oftentimes after we should have released things from our lives or just given up. Wow. So this could be that you are aware that an ending is coming. You felt it in your soul, but you've been more reluctant to say, okay, yep, I'm going to let this go. This is going to be the end of it. I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to let it go. Maybe you've been a little bit more reluctant to let whatever this is go. Okay. But I will tell you, your next card was Aries, I Am. This card for me specifically talks about revitalization. It talks about having a certain zest for life, right? It's the word I am always makes me think about God or the universe or whatever you believe in, right? Buddha, whatever you believe in, right? It gives me this all-consuming feeling, like something so much bigger than yourself. And maybe in this situation, whatever this is going to turn you into something, not really turn you in, because that sounds wrong, but like maybe open you up to who you have always been, right? You won't just be that was me. It'll be I am, right? I am this thing. I am this light. I am, what I say that I am, right? And I think that whatever this is, it is so powerful. It is also a new beginning, because Aries is the first zodiac sign, right? So this, a lot of times when I see Aries, it's like that new beginning, that fire that's been set off in you, right? It also reminds me of kind of like the Fool card, but differently, because the Fool card a lot of times talks about stepping into the unknown. This feels like that, but like with a lot more passion and a lot more power. Okay. It's also the number 13, which has become one of my lucky numbers recently. So I always see that as a good sign. And your last card is 51, Mercury retrograde reinvention. Now, this specifically for me coincides with this Aries I Am card, right? There's something new happening for you. You are reinventing yourself, right? It also feels like maybe behind closed doors in the spirit world, the spirits are helping you to reinvent yourself. Maybe it's something you've been thinking about that you wanted to do, something that you've been contemplating, and spirit is saying, now is the time for revolution. Now is the time to reinvent yourself. Even this card, right, kind of looks like war, right? It kind of reminds me, every revolution starts, a lot of times they start with war. It starts with somebody standing up and being more open to things that they may not have necessarily seen, and standing up for things that they feel are right, right? And this may be you, right? Maybe you're at a crossroads. Maybe you are getting ready to step into your destiny. And because of that, there is a revolution that needs to happen in your life. There is a reinvention, right? You need to reinvent yourself, become somebody completely new, right? There may be some unexpected changes that happen with this, right? When things are being reinvented, right? Things change, right? They're not always the same. It's not always the stuff that you're used to, right? It goes into a completely different realm sometimes. And sometimes you're even learning on the fly, right? With reinvention, we don't always know everything. We're not always aware of every little step and turn and piece that we can't quite divulge, right? So I would say that whatever this reinvention is happening for you, it could be something as simple as cutting your hair. It could be you're moving to a completely different location. And it also kind of coincides with this moon card, right? Sometimes when you're making those moves, you don't have all the answers, right? But maybe you've been spirit led to make those decisions and to make those moves, and you're saying, okay, spirit, you told me to do this, I'm doing it, right? You said I need to go to this state, and this particularly aligns with my astrology, right? I feel like I need to be in this location, right? And you may be going there with $2 in your pocket, right? And spirit is guiding you into this reinvention of yourself. So take that leap, whatever this is for you. I just keep feeling like travel. I feel like travel is heavy in this reading right now. And it could, like I said, it could be you going to a completely different location, someplace you've never been before. Okay. So I want to shuffle these other cards that I have. They are the Energy Oracle deck. So let's see if we can get anything else. Let's see. Spirit, can we get the cards, please? Oops. Okay. Okay, I've got one card that came out. I turned over. Cornucopia. Okay, let's see if we can get one more card. Ooh, we got a whole lot of more cards. Let's turn these over. That's way too many cards. What else we got? So can we get one more card, please, Spirit? I just saw the victory card underneath the deck. So maybe you need to know that whatever this is that's happening for you, the end results is victory, right? Let's see what else we get. Spirit, can I get one more card, please? Thank you, Spirit. Oh, and this came out. That's weird. Second chakra, Archangel Ariel. This came out. I had like maybe 5 or 10 cards come out, and this one came out as well before, but I put it back in the deck because there was so many cards that came out at the same time, but it must be meant for you to see it. So, and then bottom deck energy, door to romance. I find this highly weird in a sense because it actually came out in a reading for me earlier today. So maybe someone else in here is opening their heart to new love. It could even just be self-love, because I think a lot of times when we are dealing with tarot cards, sometimes we think of outside love, but a lot of times it could be self-love, especially if that's where you're calling into yourself. Okay, so let's talk about the first card, right? We have Cornucopia, right? This card always gives me just abundance. And specifically, a lot of this, what you see down at the bottom, is food, right? It's nourishment, it's replenishment, right? It is, making sure that you can sustain yourself, right? And maybe, Spirit is saying there is a certain stability that's coming to you, something that you have fought for, something that you're like, okay, I'm ready, right? And an 11 right at the top, right? Spirit is saying that this is coming for you, right? This cornucopia of blessing, this cornucopia of self-love, this cornucopia of just true excitement about your life, right? Because especially in these times, right, it's hard to get excited about your life, right? It's so many things that are happening, so many things that are just not the way we want them to be, right? And Spirit is saying that I got you, right? Just step into this place. This cornucopia is here for you, and I just heard right around the corner, so it may be closer than you think, right? This second card is the second chakra, Archangel Ariel, and I actually want to read this one out of the book. Okay, so it says the second chakra vibrates in the energy of beautiful angel Ariel. She sends a bright orange energy promoting inspired creativity, and great comfort with intimacy. When this card appears upright, it's urging you to get creative. Let yourself reach out into unexplored areas of self expression and new projects that may have a more creative approach. This is also a time when the energies of closeness with others and nurturing yourself can flow more freely. You can now open yourself to the emotional intimacy that may be coming your way. So nurture yourself and be ready to receive the affection and camaraderie of the resonant souls around you. So it could be that there is a friend coming into your midst. There could be love coming into your midst, and Spirit is saying, be open to that, right? Honor that, love that about yourself, right? Really, truly set yourself apart, right? Be in this energy, right? There's something new coming for you. And like I said, it may be something that's uncomfortable. It may be something that is scary, but Spirit is saying, I am guiding you to this, okay? Now, bottom deck energy, daughter romance. I don't really think this needs a lot of explaining. But like I said before, I think this could be opening up to self-love within yourself, right? Or it could mean that there is someone new coming into your life. I just heard the month of April. So maybe around April time is when you're going to find that true love, right? Maybe it's even your soulmate or your twin flame that's coming into union with you. So be open to that, right? Be open to the blessings that are around you. Be open to the creativity, because sometimes daughter romance could talk about, daughter creativity, which is something that the Archangel Ariel card talks about, right? That creativity, that intimacy of emotional connection to your creativity. And if I'm not mistaken, the second chakra is the sacral chakra, which really talks about your creativity, right? So be open. If you have any random ideas, right, write those ideas down. If something comes to you that you've necessarily not heard before or seen before, try and dig into that. Maybe you may learn something about yourself or some of the things that you want to do, okay? So this is all that I have today for the Leo placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I thank you so much for allowing me to read your energy, and I hope to see you next time in my next video. And I hope you all have a good day or good night whenever you see this reading. Have a good one. Bye.